Hello everybody, DieselDorky16 here, and in today's video, we are going over Snapshot Y19W50a. This will potentially be the last snapshot year. I have said earlier that I was going to reinstate some snapshots, but I then realized that Mojang's not releasing snapshots over Christmas break, obviously, so next week's snapshot is canceled for the holiday season, and because of my work schedules starting to heat up, so next week's snapshot's canceled. We'll probably release another one on Christmas week the following week. So Y19W51A is canceled because of the workload and the holiday season. So I want to get at least 1 week off because of Christmas and all that. So enough said. So anyway, there's going to be a ton of changes. You may have noticed in that world selection log already, but we have a lot of just a couple of features from the previous snapshot. And let me turn off the. So yeah, we've actually missed a couple of features. So in snapshot 119W48B, which was the previous snapshot before this one. Yeah, starting in 48A actually. There was an option where you can actually check the current house points, and you can also change the modify the house points. And in snapshot in Y19W49A, there the reset options made available to individual house, but there's no shortcut for master reset, which was also added in this snapshot. Yeah, currently there's no booklet. I'd like to make one whenever I have time to do so. Excuse me. Yeah, there, anyway, yes, and when adding points, there was a bug where you're gonna get like a spam message, like a certain number of functions corrected. That is now fixed in the snapshot, although it may be obstructing with the chat background on. So yeah, let me turn that off. So yeah, yeah, you can, for some reason you can go below 0. This is a bug. I'm gonna hopefully try and fix it at some point, but basically you can no longer get this message that obstructs the screen, and then eventually the settings will not be in the screen. So that's now fixed, and now you can modify the points painlessly. Yeah, and you can actually reset the points as well. So anyway, there's another huge texture update, but first the welcoming sign has been changed to yellow because stupid Mojang decided to change the sign text back to previous versions, which I find just rather stupid. Anyways, yeah, speaking of which, there's also now a function where you can actually quickly get back to initial spawn when you first load the map after download. So anyway, we have got a ton of changes to go over in very little time. So anyway, so yes, many Village and Pillage update blocks have been changed to their original textures. Probably gonna notice this. And yeah, ignore that dark oak sign, that's a bug. So anyway, the cartography table, the fletching table, the smithing table, I think that's already there. The stone cutter has changed drastically. I think that's all the legacy textures have changed. I don't remember exactly. I've also reverted some textures back to where it was in 2.1. sorry folks, no 2.2 is not coming out for Hogwarts. Sorry, if you're wondering. Yeah, but if you're a Geometry Dash fan, then just check Rob Top's Twitter page, because I'm not going to be explaining it. This is not the video. So anyway, back on track. Darn it. Yes, so that's that. The cobblestone, the stone brick, and all its variants, including the stone block itself, I believe. I think it's including, yeah, stone block. Yeah, they're all reverted to their original vanilla textures, but the hue has not changed. I've managed to, acorn it, you know what I mean? Not Photoshop it, but acorn it so that, it'll remain the same hue. So that's actually a great sign. Finally, some ground decoration for grass for the holiday season. You may have noticed in the beginning of the video that the panorama will be has changed for some time until after the holidays. So now moving on, we have a lot to change. Lots of stuff to go over. So basically, one of the major changes is that water is no longer water here. It's now ice. This feature is temporary, and it might, by the end of the holiday season, squash several water generation related bugs that have been persisting through all snapshots, pre-releases, GMs, and official releases. So yes, this is technically not patched yet, but it will be by the end of the holiday season, depending. So anyway, most of the water that you see here has been frozen into ice. Yeah, there is an issue right by Hagrid's hut where that doesn't apply. I'll probably patch that for the next snapshot. For not the snapshot, but the following one. So yeah, that has changed. Yeah, and the sea pickles have been removed because of the behavior of ice. And yes, this has been run on by Frostwalker with speed with the 10th tier speed, and then it has been changed from frosted ice to just ice, so that won't melt. And yes, the game random tick speed has been set to 0 to prevent the ice from melting. That's kind of the intention. So now we're going to look on the interior side. And you're probably going to be noticing something that will, yeah, especially with the bookshelves. The bookshelf texture has been changed again. So now, so yes, it will remain snowing for the next couple of weeks at Hogwarts, just FYI. But you can turn it off using the /weather command. Just don't you even think about using the /toggle downfall command, cause it won't work. Don't even try. So anyway, the herbology greenhouses, the path thing is a bit different now. I think I've mentioned this already in the previous snapshot or something like that. Now, going back to the, can't remember if I did anything else here. It's probably the only few changes. Alright, the next change is actually a really big one. So yes, at the beginning of this project, I have created the Forbidden Forest. Yes, and I was a bit too lazy at the time, and I'm like a bit rushed, and also a bit lazy too. Just saying. And I've done a terrible recreation of the Forbidden Forest. Yeah, and then in a later snapshot of that same release, I closed it off, saying subject to renovation. You're not going to see anything here on this side, but there is a surprise. So yes, I've actually changed a bit of an entrance. Just wait and see, wait and see. You think this is... You may think this is a dead end. Nope! Psych! This will be the new Forbidden Forest. And we are 60,000 blocks away from spawn, approximately. And yes, I have chosen my coordinates precisely. And yes, I have used World Painter to generate a 640 by 640 block terrain, which is actually really neat. That's approximately like way over 5 chunks. So anyway, it features a hilly terrain, and it actually features, if you go in enough, it features an extremely high rise. It features a high rise, mountains, which means mountains will peak up towards the world limit, if not at the height limit. So yes, 240. I think this is the highest part that I've actually added. So anyway, I've generated this through World Painter. Because of the some errors with 1.14 generation, I was originally gonna run it in 1.12 and then convert it, but then I realized that, hey, if that works in 1.12, why not you save it as a 1.14 save and then just optimize it for 1.15? And sure enough, nothing broke. So that is the biggest change there is. That's actually the biggest change. So yeah, and let me see if... I'm just checking to see if I've added anything else. So yes, Diagon Alley. There is a new building introduced in Diagon Alley, and that is the quality Quidditch supplies. Whoops, wrong building. And anyway, again, this is off of Poetic Whisper. But it features an interior that shows like the little balls and all that stuff. And yeah, the armor stands, they're not finished yet. Still gotta figure something out about that. So yeah, that's like the only major change, and I've also finished the exterior of quality Quidditch supplies. So yeah, that's another change in Diagon Alley. It's more of an addition. I can't remember if I did anything else. Yes. Oh yeah, in the basement, there's been a change. In the exterior of the basement, there's now barrels added on the backside as well, so it looks more finished. I can't remember if I'd done anything else. Yeah, I must be drawing a blank. But anyways, yeah. Oh yeah. Now I remember. So yeah, in the Philosopher's Stone chambers, there's been a change, especially in the final chamber underground. If I can find it, then there it is. Whoops. I thought that was an entrance. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna keep my way down. So anyway, when you walk into the Philosopher's Stone chamber, you're gonna notice the fire's out. psych, the fire is actually turned off. And yes, there is now a command where you can actually toggle the fire. Yes, and the fire settings are now more organized. Yes, basically the settings by using the function command are actually more organized now. So now you can enable the fire. And then to disable the fire, just replace enable with disable. Yeah, and it'll be disabled by default. So yes, all the settings are now the settings as of right now are current. Where's the button? Seriously, where's the button? Hold on. Darn it. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, it'll be disabled by default. Yes, and because of lighting, the fake fire has been used. So anyway, let's check for any more function rules. Yeah, and then one more. Whoops. CS world settings. CS, in case you have noticed, the run namespace has been replaced with advanced settings. Yeah, that might break some function commands if you had them down for memorization. So, in the map of Hogwarts section, whoops, I forgot to adjust it. The map basically is now updated. So the map wall's been updated to keep up with the latest version. As you can see, the light blue is ice, and it's ice all around the water. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's actually a quick snapshot video. So, that's actually going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Diesel16, and I'm signing out right now.